Nearly 20 years ago, poker set sail to the Caribbean,
You're gonna like when that's on TV.
becoming one of the game's most cherished destinations and prestigious titles. After a brief time away, the Bahamas is back on the poker map.
That was a good bluff.
It's time for PCA 2023.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. I've always loved PCA.
There's a great excitement about the return of the PCA.
Oh, baby, let's go.
One of those marquee events that I couldn't miss.
There's an amazing list of winners. It's really, really exciting to come back. Such a holiday atmosphere and great poker to be played.
Power poker, let's go.
It's one of the biggest tournaments of the year, and you always want to win when there's a lot of money on the line.
David beat Goliath. Galen Hall will lift the trophy.
It's a heart, and that means it's over. Watson wins the Bahamas.
Dominic Panker has done it.
Really sick start to this kid's career.
Bang, 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 bang. Maria Lampropoulou is the PCA champion. Elkie wins the main event. Another year, another trophy.
Call him Mr. PCA.
DeBella calls and that's it. He will take the PCA title.
The PCA is back.
Welcome to the Bahamas and the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure 2023. Yes, after a slightly longer than planned hiatus, we are back in the Bahamas for the PCA at the luxurious Bahama in Nassau. Welcome inside this fantastic poker room, this arena where some of the best in the world will compete over the next 10 days. I am James Hartigan, alongside me, Joe Stapleton.
Hello, my babies.
And Maria Ho.
Hi.
Joe, I hope you heard the excitement in my voice. The PCA's back. The first time in 4 years that we've been in this location.
I've heard the excitement in your voice. You can hear the excitement in my voice. It's like that song says, you don't know what you have until you don't have it anymore. And I didn't realize how much I missed this place until I set foot back in the Bahamas. So happy to be here.
Okay, let's talk PCA main event. And it's hard to give you definitive facts and figures at this stage. The format is slightly different to an EPT main. Late registration is still going to be open until the third level of today. So we have around 650 runners at the moment. But Maria, people are still buying in, and they'll continue buying in over the next few hours.
How's it going? Hi, guys.
I personally am dreading a little bit that I have 2 levels to bust and re-enter again, because I entered, I think, with probably 3 hours left of play yesterday and back just slightly above starting stack. So, pray for me, guys.
We'll let you get to your table in just a moment, Maria. You mentioned, of course, that you're slightly above starting stack. There are some players coming into day 2 who have significantly more than starting stack. The chip leaders are Andre Marques and Sergej Rytsak. If we look at some of the other notable names in the tournament, we've got a couple of former PCA finalists, Chance Cornuth and Xuan Liu, both playing around 100 big blinds. Andre Akari from Team Pro sits in 16th with nearly 137k. And the reigning champion, Chino Ream, comes into day 2, 13th in chips. And at this point, Joe, I should highlight that we have got both Chino Ream and we have got the guy who's second in chips, Sergej Rytsak, at our first feature table today.
I mean, we've got the current chip leader and the fellow who won this thing last time we had it. Chino is an electrifying figure in poker. He's a lot of fun to watch. I'm so happy that he is here, because as a poker fan, I love watching Chino.
Maria, we wish you the best of luck on day 2. We'll let you take your seat as we get ready to get cards in the air in the PCA main event. Players already starting to file into the tournament room. And there is the reigning PSPC champion, Ramon Kalias, looking focused.
If I won $5.1 million last time I was here, I'd be done with analog stairs too.
Feeling great, feeling better than ever, ready to go day 2.
Benjamin Spragg also made the money in the PSPC. He cashed for considerably less than 5 mil. Andre Akari, as we discussed earlier, he comes into day 2 with a decent stack.
He's a Brazilian heir.
Maria Konnikova is only buying in now because she made the final table of a side event that only finished yesterday.
Nice work, Maria.
Good luck in this one.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Love that Maria mentioned me in her book. Especially love that it was in the first 100 pages.
Sam Grafton, representing Team Pro, will be at the secondary feature table today.
Sam is coming off a sick 2022, winning more than $8 million.
And our main feature table is headlined by Chino Ream.
Sergey checked, I bet. Turned, Sergey check raise, I called. Sergey shoved. I should have folded.
What were the blinds?
His opponents include Sergey Reitzak, who has the second biggest stack in the room. It's a tough table, but to be fair, there is not an easy table draw anywhere. You'll see a number of familiar faces up on the main stage. One half of the Greenwood twins, Luke Greenwood, playing 34 bigs. Cliff Josephy was the runner-up here in 2017. He is in seat 3 with just below starting stack. And to his left is 3-time WPT winner Ant Zeno. And here we go, day 2 of the PCA 2023 main event. Blind 600, 1200 with a 1200 big blind ante.
Hold on, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. Around 320 players in the room right now. Obviously that number will go down as players are eliminated, but it will also go up as players enter or re-enter.
I've learned nothing from that statement.
Action is on. Pedro Marques, he folds. Round to Sergey Reitzak. Gives it up. Tom Axel Bedell from Norway has ace-king.
I, for one, think Tom Bedell fits in perfectly in this high school.
He raises the button.
You don't have cards, right? Here. Squeeze that one together.
Aces for Chino Ream in the big blind.
This deck running colder, a politician would be able to use it to deny the existence of climate change.
Only because he saw my cards. I'm trying to show off right now.
Chino has re-raised to 7,200.
I forgot to tell you, I only play aces.
Ah!
You only raise aces? I guess we got the same hand.
I can still win if we have the same hand.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Uh-oh. Tom has re-raised.
I guess you do have the same hand, huh?
I only play aces, I promise you. And I have played you a lot before.
I don't only play aces, but I like to play aces too. I'm out of position, so I gotta try and just like win the pot right now, right? That's my only shot.
I get the rebuy.
This conversation is amazing.
That's another raise.
I'm ready for a rebuy. Ole. Go. No, you said you didn't have aces. How can you lie like that?
I never said I didn't have aces. I said
when
I played more than aces.
When I came to the table, I didn't want to play you and I didn't want to play Sergi. And here I am.
Whoops.
Not looking good for Bedell.
Good luck, guys.
You need a lot of luck.
Huh.
Everyone wants me to win, so.
I do.
Here comes the flop.
One good card.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even want the sweat. I just want it to be over on the turn.
If
you don't mind.
The sweat.
If you don't mind.
Ooh, a king.
There's a sweat.
I don't see the sweat so far.
You see, if another king comes, you win.
Nobody folded the king, Chino. Nobody folded. There's like 9 kings left in that deck.
The river is a brick. Bye, Bedell.
All I was sitting here, right? I was like, what does Cliff think about my table talk right now?
I was just thinking, is everybody else going to find out about your table talk right now?
Right.
And it looked like we were going to see your card.
Well, I guess it's back to Fortnite and Minecraft for this youngin'.
Tom Axel Bedell eliminated. And a great start to day 2 for the reigning champ, adding almost 100k to his stack. He's now playing almost 200 big blinds. We're going to head to the secondary table where Sam Grafton has gone to the turn against Luis Faria. Sam, a huge favorite with top pair and a flush draw.
And on the other side, queens in very bad shape. If I had 2 queens and there was an ace and a king on board, I would no longer have 2 queens. There'd be just 2 little puffs of smoke from me torching them.
Well, Faria is betting the turn, 9,300.
Is it too soon to be calling this turning your hand into a bluff?
Sam calls. They're going to the river with nearly 33K in the middle. No club, but Sam still has the best hand.
Faria basically has a pot-sized bet left behind.
Oh, he's betting again. Most of his stack, 28-5.
Against Under the Gun, Sam could be wildly outkicked. Oh, he's already calling. Okay.
Yep. Sam Grafton wins a decent pot.
Maybe some history or a live read, I don't know about there, but like a bicycle with no seat, that hand does not sit right with me.
So Luis Faria is now running on fumes, while Sam Grafton is playing an 89 big blind stack. And we're heading out into the field now, where Jason Mercier is in action. And just look at the lineup at this table. We've got Eric Seidel, Ryan Reese, Nacho Barbero.
Have we headed into the field or into 2015?
Well, Mercier's opponent in this hand is Lithuanian player Vladas Tamasauskas.
Speaking of 2015, epic mealtime, Souse.
A river bet of 12,500. Mercier looks back at his hand and folds.
Tamasauskas has the souse.
And he now has an above average stack. Just over 85.5K.
Put a little souse on it.
Jason Mercier playing 60 bigs.
Man, it happens to them all. Become a dad, start getting dad face.
He's one of several European Poker Tour champions in the field. Among the others, John Juanda, who won EPT Barcelona back in 2015.
Was way ahead of his time, did it wearing a mask.
Noah Buchan won an EPT in the very first season, all the way back in 2005. The same year, Patrick Antonius won an EPT in Baden. He's another player who entered this morning. And Dimitar Danchev is a PCA champion. He was the winner 10 years ago in 2013.
It's nearly a decade.
Across the room, we find an all-in. Parker Talbot has called the shove from Victor Genu.
Awesome call, Tonkaaaa. How'd you manage that?
Well, there is a king on the flop. No help for Genu on the turn. And he bricks the river.
Sit open, table 45.
First you get it in with King Queen, and Jen, you leave the tournament.
I'm very sad you found a hand.
Very what?
Very sad you found a hand.
Ah.
I think you would have been out. Thanks.
I'm very happy he found a hand.
Now he's finding the exit.
Tonkaaaa now has around 50K. Well, are you looking to start your own poker adventure? You can begin that journey today. Find out how by heading over to PokerStars. Here at the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure, even the world's best are struggling to stay afloat. But with registration still open, the dream of PCA glory is still alive for everyone.
Hopefully this bullet's lucky.
This 10K tournament currently sits at 773 entries with 332 players remaining.
334 players remaining. 341 players remaining.
Well, once the late registration window closes, the PCA main becomes a freeze out. Then, when you're out, you're out. Blinds are still 600, 1200. Action at the feature table has been folded to Sergei Reitzak on the button. King Jack offsuit, and he raises to 2.5K. Ari Lodge has joined the table, folds the small blind. Chino Ream with sevens in the big blind. Calls. Heads up to the flop. Well, it seems the 7 is always coming. Chino Ream flops a set. It's a gut shot for Sergei Reitzak, and with the action check to him, he's betting it.
It's always coming 7, and that's so Chino.
Chino check raises to 7,700.
Well, the good news for Sergi is that he's unlikely to lose too much more in this hand unless he hits his gut shot, which means he won't be losing anything but winning instead.
Calls the raise. We get the 8 of spades on the turn. Chino now better than a 4-1 favorite. And barrels for 17,700.
Oh, Sergi. Not sure if he thinks king high would sometimes be the best hand here, if he's going to float to make a move later, but either way, abort!
Makes the call. We're going to the river, which is the king of spades. That is a pair for right sack.
Doesn't look like a good card for Sergi, but it is. He might feel like his hand's good enough to show down without bluffing.
Well, Chino has checked to him.
I check. I win.
That's so Chino.
Adds another 28.5K to his stack.
I was thinking in my head, like, oh my God, how much do I have to call now on this river? Then you check so fast, I was like, yay. Got happy. I was like, oh my God, he's about to bomb.
And with that pot, Chino leapfrogs Sergi and takes the chip lead in the PCA main event. Chino Ream on the verge of victory. The river is a 10 and it's over. Chino Ream takes down the PCA 2019 main event.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. I missed it. I haven't played any poker in like 4 months, so actually, yeah, it was a exciting little feeling. You get little butterflies in your stomach to play again, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even want the sweat. The good players, they like to get in other people's heads and see what they're thinking. Only because he saw my cards. I'm trying to show off right now. You know, it's always good to get extra information if you get out of a player.
I only pay aces, I promise you.
Just try to extract chips as best as I can, whether bluffing or having it or getting lucky. Whatever works, as long as I win, I'm good with it. What does Cliff think about my table talk right now? You know, it'd be a cool thing to accomplish in history to, like, you know, win back-to-back PCAs, and for me, I'm gonna just try my best to do that.
Chino's his nickname, but his real name is Khakis.
I suspect that's a hashtag fake fact.
Okay, you got me.
Meanwhile, Jason Mercier's table's just broken.
Where is one in this corner?
And it looks like his new seating assignment is up on the main stage. Well, let's stay out on the field for just a moment. There is 2012 PCA main event 4th place finisher Xuan Lu.
This is magic water. I need some more magic in my life.
Did you just smell water?
She is sat next to Argentinian rapper Alejandro Lococo, known as Papo MC.
That give you help? That give you help? Help? Can I? I need help.
You have enough here.
Hey, that's Hirsutist.
Across the room, we find Ignacio Moron from Spain, who's among the big stacks right now, and he has a dog called Nala.
All right, cute, but one player to a hand.
I've been advised that Nala is not the only animal in the room right now, Joe.
And that's a dog getting a massage? What is happening right now? From service animal to serviced animal.
Well, from a relaxed dog to a mad one. Mike Mad Dog Watson is in a hand against Spraggy. It's gone to the river.
Pray for Spraggy.
He's checked to Mike. It bets 26,000.
Do not envy Ben in this position if he hasn't snap called.
He gives it up. And the Mad Dog, who won this tournament back in 2016, is now playing a 57 big blind stack. Spraggy's still reasonably comfortable right now with 53 bigs.
Spraggy's always comfortable. Look at that tracksuit.
Well, more action from the outer tables and a big pot developing between start of day chip leader Andre Marques, Luigi Sericchio, and Andre Akari. Akari bet the turn, Sericchio raised, and the other two players have both called. River card is an 8.
Nobody should have gotten there on this river.
Check to Sericchio.
And it would track that the person who raised the turn would still have a good hand here.
25,000 into 54,000.
And after Andre just called on the turn, I don't think there's any chance he improved on this river. Akari, not Markish.
That is a call from Akari.
And for Markesh, you've got to be awfully strong to overcall in this spot.
Looks back at his hand and folds. Showdown. Sericchio tables 8 for a rivered set, but Andre flopped the straight.
Zoinks, so Sericchio was bluffing turn, did improve on the river, and was still up against the second nuts. I did not see that coming.
Well, with that pot, Andre Akari has jumped up to 6th place on the leaderboard. Andre Markesh has dropped down to 10th. The top 2 stacks right now, Sergej Reitzek and Chino Ream. Both players sat at our feature table. And we're heading back to the main stage right now. We've just lost Anzino, but we have gained a few new players, including Jason Mercier, who's taken a seat next to Chino.
Jason and Chino, the bestest of friends. Jason and Chino, the friendship never ends.
24.
I'll tell you what, Maestro, it's been a while since we've had Jason at one of our feature tables, so why don't we play along with the EPT San Remo champ?
Well, I just can't wait to immerse myself in this hand.
Action is on Tuma Corral. And that is a call. Harry Lodge folds the button. James Harvey folds the small blind, but Chino Ream is calling out of the big blind.
Of course he is. Boy, does he have us covered.
So 3-way to the flop. Jason has a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw.
Yeah, not great. I feel like this is going to be all over the ranges of the 2 callers. So if we're going to c-bet, I think a small one is just as good as anything else.
28.
2,800 the bet from Mercier.
Less than a third, all right.
Corral calls. And Ream calls.
No folds. Cool. Cool, 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 cool.
The turn card is the 9 of clubs. So Jason does pick up additional equity with the nut flush draw.
That's a fun card for us. Everything's funner when you go runner brick.
Jason slows down, he checks. Corral checks behind. Ace on the river, Barry Greenstein.
Not a brick.
Top pair for Jason.
Not the card we wanted, though. Perfectly happy to get to showdown, and of course.
Chino leads for 5K.
Such an annoying bet. So small, it's hard to fold top pair. But Chino's going to have more queens here than RuPaul's Drag Race. In case I wasn't clear, this is a fold.
Jason calls. Corral folds. He had King 10 for 2 pair.
Oof, better than us.
Chino tables Queen Jack. He has a straight.
Yeah, what are you going to do? It's such a small river bet.
You have 2 pair too?
I made a bad call.
I was hoping to make it before me, to be honest.
You made a good fold, and I made a bad call.
The PokerStars Caribbean Adventure 2023 main event is shaping up to be one of the toughest 10K tournaments in history. Joining the talented lineup at our feature table is one of the most recent EPT champions, Artem Martirosyan. He is an accomplished player with big results live and online, but then that's true of nearly everyone sat on the main stage right now. Not long now until registration closes. We have more than 850 total entries, around 320 players remaining right now. Blind still 600, 1200. And action is on. Artur Martirosyan, ace king. And he raises under the gun. Makes it 2,500. Ace queen for Sergej Reitzak.
Against an under-the-gun raise from a 40 big blind stack, a call here can prevent you from having to play for it all pre-flop.
That is just a call. Folded around to Chino Ream in the small blind. He's out. Jason Mercier in the big blind has 8-6.
In at a discount, gets to complete the action, and it's the year he was born. Actually, I have no idea, but it seems like it could be.
He calls as well, and we go three-way to the flop. And it's Jason Mercier who flops best. Second pair and a straight draw.
And it looks like he is going to bet it unorthodox.
Yeah, he leads 3,100.
We haven't seen Jason in a while, but my guess is he's as sharp as ever.
Artur Martirosyan calls with ace king high. Sergej Reitzak folding ace queen, heads up to the turn, which sees Mercier improve to trips. Martirosyan is drawing dead. Mercier bets again, 8,200.
Boy, he's got Artur right where he wants him.
Another call, and we're going to the river with nearly 32K in the pot.
Come on, Artie.
Well, it's an ace on the river, but top pair is not enough for Martirosyan. It does mean Mercier might get paid again.
OMG, this run out. Jason can probably go pretty big here, and he probably knows it.
22,500. That's roughly half of Martirosyan's remaining stack. He calls.
6.
6 is good.
OG.
OG is right. The original gangsta, Jason Mercier. Welcome back.
If Mercier hits a king or a queen, it's over, John. We've got a champion.
Queen, ace.
The turn
8, no help.
is an
2
8.
cards in the deck. And here's the river card.
And Jason Mercier has won it. Here's the champion of the inaugural San Remo leg of the European Poker Tour.
So I haven't played in a while because basically, yeah, I'm a full-time dad, part-time poker player. I have a 5-year-old boy, a 3-year-old boy, and an 18-month-old boy. 3 boys. My daily routine mostly revolves around my kids and what they're doing. Pickups, drop-offs, soccer lessons and classes and things like that. Well, one of the cool things about this event is it's the first ever event that I ever came to. It's the first poker festival I was ever at, which was in 2008, so it's 15 years basically. It's one of the biggest tournaments of the year. You always want to win when there's, a lot of money on the line. My plan from the beginning of playing poker was I want to play because I like it, I want to make money, but ultimately the goal is to not have to play if you don't want to play. So, I'm happy that I was able to accomplish that, and now I'm able to kind of take it easy and stay at home with my kids.
The Mirth dog went off and had some pups, from poker face to dad face.
Pedro Marques first to act in this hand. He is a former EPT Barcelona finalist. He folds. Tiamat Corral also out. Reitzak not going to play. Harry Lodge passes, as does James Harvey.
Wait, yeah, no, it's the same.
Chino Ream, kings on the button, opens to 2.5K.
Chino.
Jason Mercier's folded the small blind. Artur Martirosyan with 8-6 off in the big blind.
Ooh, gonna try the old Mercier 86 routine.
Defends. And these two will go heads up to the flop, which is 8-6-5. Martirosyan flops 2 pair and is now better than a 2-1 favorite.
Holy flop, it worked.
Chino continues for 3K. Arthur check raises to 6K.
How much you have left? 14?
Yeah, it's probably going to go in here.
Chino raises enough to put him all in, and Arthur calls.
Chino.
Why waste time? You know?
Martirosian set for a double up. Chino Ream has 5 outs. Now has 8 outs. Martirosian has to fade a 5, king, or ace on the river. It's a 5.
Oops.
The 2-pair counterfeit.
Martirosian, 86th.
Good game.
I am really going to miss those jorts.
That's right.
He got brutalized.
Chino Ream increasing his chip lead. He sits at the top of the leaderboard with a stack of 282,600. Sergej Reitzak still in second place with more than 200 big blinds. Andre Akari is in 9th with 187,000. And just behind him is the PCA 2015 Super High Roller champion, Steve O'Dwyer. Well, Steve has won many trophies in his time, including an EPT main event.
Hard to name a tournament he hasn't won.
Well, he's been joined at his table by one of the short stacks. It's Parker Talbot, aka Tonkaaaa. Christian Rudolph, PCA finalist, also resides at that table.
Everybody's so grown up.
I need a double. I forget. You owe me Bahama Mamas, so maybe you give me a double instead.
On the subject of players who've made PCA final tables, there's Chance Cornuth, who came 3rd in this event back in 2015.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Unfortunately, Luke Greenwood will not be seeing a final table this year as he makes his way to the exit.
Good news is new resort means new water slides.
Over to the secondary feature table now, where Sam Grafton's going to the flop against Jean-Noel Thorel. Jacks against 10-7. Well, Sam has paired his 7, but Jean-Noel is a 4-1 favorite.
Anyone else suddenly want a banana?
Sam checks. Jean-Noel bets 2,500.
And Sam's played with him quite a bit. Thorel's going to have the best hand here a lot, but Sam's not folding a pair.
Makes the call. And we go to the turn. Which is the Queen of Diamonds, another overcard to Thorel's jacks. Action goes check, check. The river is the 3 of diamonds, putting a potential flush out there.
And Thorel has opened the door for a bluff.
16-5.
Overbet from Sam.
A lot of people be snap folding 2 jacks, 2 overs out there.
Not Thorel, he calls.
Like I said, these two have played together a lot.
You're good, you're good.
Just a 7, just a 7. John.
Just a 7.
Just a 7. That's it. You could have thought about it. John, please, we're being filmed. At least think for 1 minute. Snap call.
You didn't even finish to put the
No,
chips in.
he couldn't wait to put the chips in.
Yeah.
Only 16.
You know he has the nuts here.
A little cinema.
Yeah, very good. Very
A little
nice.
cinema.
Isn't a little cinema what the French call a sneeze?
Well, back out into the field. Tonkaaaa was asking for a double up, and he may get his wish. With most of his chips already in the middle, he's gone to the flop against Christian Rudolph.
He is certainly about to be all in.
His last 3,700 goes into the pot. Rudolph calls. And we're doing this the hard way. Rudolph is ahead with a pair of jacks.
I call it the fun way.
10.
Ace of hearts.
That's okay. I always look.
You wouldn't.
Another heart for the flush.
Good luck, boys.
Well, the good news is some lucky kid's going to get to play with a really big Tonkaaaa in the sand.
Christian Rudolph now playing 90K. Meanwhile, Spraggy is all in. Action on Julian Martini.
All in.
He reshoves.
Oh my. What is wrong with you? So live though.
Yeah.
Spraggy gets it in with Queen Jack against Ace King and is not so live now.
Wow, that's really good for me actually. Good start.
Dead on the turn.
Spraggy, such a good friend, doesn't want Tonkaaaa to be all alone out there.
Pleasure.
Spraggy eliminated.
You hear that?
Good luck everybody except Julian.
That's the sound of someone opening a 100-gallon drum of sunblock.
So, 2 Team Pros eliminated as day 2 of the PCA Main Event continues. Welcome back to the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure 2023, where registration has just closed in the 10K main event. That means no more new entries and no more re-entries. It's now a freeze out. We can also confirm the prize pool and payouts. 127 will get paid with a min cash worth $17,600. 10th place earns a 6-figure score with 2 7-figure scores up top, $1 million for the runner-up and $1.5 million for the winner. Blinds are now 1,000, 1,500 with a 1,500 big blind ante.
When I won it, it was 1.5.
You won this tournament?
You did. Only once, though, I think, right?
Only once. Working on twice, boys.
I don't think I've ever had like a big score on the second or third bullet.
Dietrich Fast recently joined the table.
35.
Yeah.
James Harvey here with aces.
Like, I should not re-enter when I bust.
Okay. Back then they were freeze outs anyways, right?
Back then they were free.
Back then, no, there were re-entries sometimes. Come on, you're gonna make me seem old now.
We are all old.
Didi, how old are you?
37.
Oh, he's older than you.
Barely.
Barely.
Dan Smith also recently joined the table, and he is all in with kings.
He is probably not going to be here long.
Action back on Harvey. He'll probably reshove.
I'm all in.
Oh, you go all in as well? Yeah, all right, I fold.
Chino's out of the way.
Ooh.
And Dan Smith is at risk and way behind.
King Dan already planning his exit route.
Who has aces? Who has kings? I got the ace.
The guy taking off his mic is behind. Kings. And Chino showed King Jack.
Yeah.
He showed King Jack.
Not feeling the one outer, Dan? Nope.
Ace on the flop. Dan Smith drawing super thin now. And dead on the turn.
Good game.
Better luck next time.
Dan Smith KO'd. So around 350 players remaining now. As we check in on Maria Ho. She is in a hand against Nacho Barbero and is facing a bet of 7K on the flop.
All the blasts from the past are here.
Maria calls. Turn card is the 9 of clubs. Nacho checks.
Nacho's got like half pot left.
Yeah, Maria bets enough to put him all in. He calls. She tables king, queen for top pair. He has jacks.
Believe it or not, this is one of the better ways to play jacks.
Does not hit a jack or a 10 on the river, and Nacho Barbero is eliminated.
Shout out to Maria's Gel Tech.
She's now playing 120K. Another player eliminated, Spanish pro Ana Marquez.
Not sure if going broke right after re-entries closes is good or bad. I guess it's good if you're bad and bad if you're good.
Meanwhile, Artur Martirosyan re-entered just before registration closed and is currently playing a little over starting stack.
He'd be an example of good.
Sunday Million Anniversary champion Vanessa Cade is on her second bullet. Currently has 9 bigs. And over at the secondary feature table, Sam Grafton is all in. Queens against fours.
Who do you want to win, John? Well, you want me to win, right?
Yes, thanks. I won.
2 people win.
More chips.
We got a Javier Chop Liver Fernandez over here.
Sam is a huge favorite. And he's still good after the flop. Just has to fade a 4 on the river. The Squid survives.
Small peg.
All those overcards, and somehow queens are good.
You're in the game.
We're back.
Back.
Like the 81 Lake Show, it's showtime. Rest in peace, Jerry Buss. Love poker.
Back to the main feature table. Action on Chino Ream. Ace King. Raises to 3,500. Jesse Lonis on the button. Passes. Sergi Reichak in the small blind. Has Ace 10.
I know Sergi started off with all the chips today, but he has been on a mission to change that.
Raises 3 bets to 14,000. Dietrich Fast has folded the big. Action is back on Chino.
Chino is someone whose rep makes it seem like he'd get out of line a lot. So I do understand a 3-bet out of the small blind here, but running into Ace King is so Chino.
How much you start the hand with, bro?
Like 13.
If Chino re-raises, I think there's nothing wrong with 3-bet folding Ace 10.
Are we playing? I just want to know before I call. Are we playing?
I'm playing what?
Show 1 card.
We are. Yeah, okay.
Okay. I was gonna fold then. This call is worth just to see 1 card.
Oh, I love him.
Going to the flop. And it's domination rotation with Sergi pairing his 10. Chino with a gut shot.
Ah, so that's how Sergi got all the chips.
Action goes check, check. Queen on the turn, and it's domination restoration. The straight for Chino.
That's so Chino.
Sergi checks a second time. Chino bets 15,000.
And this is actually such an easy fold if you don't have the ace of clubs.
With the ace of clubs, Sergi calls. And we will see the river card, which is the 3 of diamonds. Chino has a lock on this. $61,000 in the middle. He bets 35,000.
It's a chunky bet, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of bluffs out there. Ace King, Ace Queen, King Queen, Ace Jack, all beating you.
Makes the call. And gifts Chino Ream another big pot.
Chino's rep gets him paid once again.
You think about fold?
Pre-flop?
We are halfway through day 2 of the PCA main event. And looking at the tournament top 10 confirmation, this has been a great session for defending champ Chino Ream. He finds himself on top right now. Ignacio Moron has moved up to 2nd place with Chance Cornuth in 4th. And rounding out the top 10 is Brazilian pro Andre Akari. Next time, Chino continues to Chino.
I'm happy to chop.
I'm not really happy to chop, guys.
What's the greed in it?
While Maria Ho deals with the pressures of being center stage.
You're going to be playing against tough players, and you're not going to be able to play perfectly 100% of the time. Damn you, Elliot.